Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about bandit spawns. I'm going to try to keep this quick and concise. I've made one of these videos before, but let's get straight to it. So there are several types of bandits. The only bandits that don't have a hideout are the looters, and they are located everywhere. Now, the bandits that do have hideouts, they will usually be patrolling the hideouts. They won't be in places where there are no hideouts of their kind. For example, the let's say these, for example, the Sea Raider hideouts. This one you will not find in the desert because they are not usually located in the desert, if that kind of makes sense. They don't have those type of troop types. And they're not going to be found in the steppe as well, where the steppe bandits are. So there's kind of little territories, right? But the main bandits that have hideouts are the Sea Raiders, the Mountain Bandits, the Forest Bandits, the Steppe Bandits, and the Desert Bandits. We can kind of, I'm going to kind of explain each one real quick. So the Steppe Bandits are mounted kind of like the Khazaits. The Desert Bandits, they are composed of pretty much Azerite troops, really. The Forest Bandits are Battanian troops, kind of archers. The Mountain Bandits, they are more, I guess you could kind of consider them kind of more Empire-esque, but they have a lot of throwing axes and stuff like that. And then the Sea Raiders, they're kind of, I would say the Sea Raiders and the Mountain Bandits, they're kind of very alike in many ways. I guess the Mountain Bandits, they have a little bit more, they got more spears, I guess. And then the what do you call it? The Sea Raiders, they're kind of more Sturgian-esque. But that's pretty much all the classes right there, and now let's go into their locations. So let's go over the two easier ones. So the Desert Bandits, they're located in the desert. They're usually not located next to any towns or villages. They're usually located on the outskirts, as you can see. My 4 spawns are all on the outskirts, where there's no, pretty much, they're not blocking anything, they're just out the way. Next, Khazaits, they spawn pretty much all over their land, but the two main spots where you're going to see a lot of spawns is the top right over here. They usually spawn on both sides of this river. And then down here next to Odok, or Oduk, I don't know, right here. They spawn a lot right here. Next, moving on to the... Let's move on to the Sea Raiders. So those are the Sturgian type of units. They usually spawn, I didn't kind of get some of the usual spawns, but first they usually spawn in the Sturgian territory, the left side of the Sturgian territory. Once you get past this little choke point, they spawn all over here. And just so there's no confusion, the seaside hideouts and the regular hideout for the Sea Raiders, it's the same thing. I don't know why, it just usually sometimes pops up. It happens. And they also spawn on, they don't really spawn right over here where the Vlandians are for some reason. They just kind of miss this whole area, the Ostican and Revolt. This area, they usually do not spawn, the Sea Raiders. But they do spawn in this whole general direction. From over here where Japan Castle is, sometimes they'll spawn in this corner, over here sometimes. Sometimes they spawn around this village. And then around this bend, you will find all the way from up here, all the way to down here, you're going to find them along this coastline as well. Now, in terms of mountain and forest bandits, so it's both in the name. Mountain bandits, usually close to mountains. Forest bandits, usually in forests. Now, this one's a little bit more, it's a broader scope because as you can see, there's mountains and forests all over the place. They can be located pretty much anywhere except the Khazait region and the Azerite region. They do not cross there. The Forest Bandits and Mountain Bandits you will not find in these two regions. But in this general, and usually the Sturgians, you won't find much of them either. Sometimes the Forest Bandits will kind of go up here, but Mountain Bandits, they stay in this literal huge chunk. So the Empire land, you'll find them in. You'll find them in the Battanian land, and you'll find them in the Vlandian land. That's pretty much where they're located. And yeah, that pretty much concludes it. Hopefully that was informative. Go find the hideouts. Take the hideouts out. They do respawn, and they also spawn in different locations as time goes on. There's some quests that trigger them to spawn as well. So don't worry about taking them all out, because guess what? They'll come back. And yeah. Hope you guys have fun, and hope you guys find those hideouts and all that stuff that you want to find. I'll see you in the next one.